In the grim darkness of the far future, where there is only war, one deity stands as the embodiment of decay and corruption: Nurgle, the chaos god of disease, despair, and rot. Known to his followers as Grandfather Nurgle, he is both the bringer of pestilence and the giver of tenacious life through suffering. His domain is a putrid garden where every plant and creature festers with disease, yet thrives in twisted vitality. Nurgle is the god of all that is decayed and corrupted, thriving on the despair of mortals. His gifts are plagues and diseases that ravage bodies, but grant horrific resilience. It is within this morass of rot and ruin that the transformation of a loyal space marine into a plague marine begins. The path to corruption is one of insidious gradualism, where despair and suffering pave the way for eternal damnation. The first stage of transformation is exposure. On the battlefield, amidst the carnage and chaos, a space marine may come into contact with the taint of Nurgle. A scratch from the plague-bearer's blade, the inhalation of toxic spores, or a simple touch from a contaminated comrade can be enough to begin the insidious process. The wound, seemingly minor at first, festers with unnatural speed. The Marine feels an unshakable malaise, as if the very air he breathes is turning to poison. His strength wanes and his vision blurs as the infection takes root. As the infection sets in, the Marine's body is overtaken by a plethora of virulent diseases. Festering sores and boils erupt across his flesh, and his blood turns to a foul, sludgy ichor. The pain is excruciating, and each breath is a laborious task. His armor, once a shield against the galaxy's horrors, now feels like a prison, trapping the filth and decay against his skin. In the grip of agony and hopelessness, the Marine hears the whisper of Nurgle. The god offers salvation through acceptance of his gifts. In his desperation, the Marine accepts Nurgle's offer. This act of submission seals his fate. Nurgle's plagues take full hold, and the Marine's body begins a grotesque metamorphosis. His armor fuses with his flesh, becoming a part of his now mutated form. Pus-filled blisters and tumors swell beneath the ceramite, and his organs begin to liquefy and reform into new, grotesque configurations. His mind, once sharp and disciplined, begins to unravel, succumbing to the delirium brought on by his new afflictions. The transformation is both horrific and agonizing. His body swells with putrid fluids bursting from within. Armor plates bend and crack, barely containing the bloated flesh. The Marine's organs liquefy and reform, and his mind succumbs to madness. His thoughts are plagued by visions of decay and rot, and he is consumed by an insatiable hunger for death and disease. Yet, amidst the torment, he gains strength and resilience beyond mortals. His muscles, though decayed, become stronger, and his bones, though brittle, become harder than steel. His senses, dulled by decay, can now perceive the world in ways unimaginable, attuned to the spread of disease and the scent of rot. In the final stage, the Space Marine is reborn as a Plague Marine. He emerges as a grotesque abomination, a living vessel of Nurgle's contagion. His every breath spreads disease, his touch brings pestilence, and his soul is forever bound to the service of the Lord of Decay. Once a defender of humanity, he is now a harbinger of its demise. His weapons, corroded and bloated with toxins, become instruments of unparalleled death. His once proud armor is now a walking plague, each movement releasing spores and filth into the air. The very ground he treads upon withers and dies, plants blackening and turning to dust. Thus, through despair and corruption, a noble warrior becomes an agent of ruin. In the eternal war for the galaxy, Nurgle's Plague Marines spread his dark gifts, ensuring that decay and despair are ever present and hope is but a fleeting dream. They are not just soldiers, they are the very embodiment of Nurgle's will, relentless in their mission to spread disease and corruption. Wherever they tread, life withers and death flourishes. Their presence sows terror among their enemies as even the mightiest fortifications crumble under the weight of their corruption. The air grows thick with the stench of decay, and the cries of the dying are a symphony to their ears. To face a Plague Marine in battle is to confront a living nightmare. Their mere presence brings a wave of dread, and their weapons deliver not just wounds but festering infections that spread rapidly through flesh and bone. Their laughter, a wet gurgling sound, echoes across the battlefield, a chilling reminder of the doom they bring. The very ground rebels against them, turning into a slough of disease and decay, where nothing wholesome can survive. The aftermath of a Plague Marine assault is a testament to their unholy power. Once thriving worlds are reduced to barren wastelands where only the most virulent diseases thrive. Survivors, if there are any, are left to suffer the lingering plagues, their bodies and spirits broken.